Okay. Hey y'all, so I'm in my kitchen again. I'm cooking and shit. But we going live tonight because we have got to have a conversation about these fires, okay? I just want to throw a couple of things out there for y'all to ponder on before we go live tonight, right? That you may or may not already know. But when we look at all of these fires that are happening, I want to point out a couple things. One, living in LA, fires happen, right? So you get fire insurance, just like if you live in a place where you get floods, you get flood insurance. Well, how many of you know that 30 days ago, insurance companies just started canceling people's fire insurance? So 75,000 people lost their fire insurance right before this happened, 30 days ago, okay? That mayor out there that they got, I don't know, y'all might have seen it in my shorts, or you've seen all over social media, but this heifer got the nerve to be on vacation. She is in Ghana, I believe it is. And so the news people caught up with her, and they was asking her about, some of the dumb things that she did, how she feel about the fire. And this woman is sitting there acting like she don't understand English, like she is deaf, dumb, and blind, and do not understand anything. She completely acted like that man was not talking to her at all. This is how officials act. Okay, then this woman apparently not too long ago removed so much money from the budget for the fire department. Like, why would you do that? If you live in California, money for the fire department should probably always be funded, because that is something that they deal with so much. It don't make no sense, y'all. It don't, okay? So she removes all of this money, and now we hearing why they out there trying to fight these fires. Ain't no water in the fire hydrants. And I don't know about y'all, but I seen a video online, and the fire department, they are out there with like buckets and look like duffel bags, putting water in it from the truck and then running over to the fire, dumping it in the fire. What kind of shit is that? How y'all don't have no water? This sound like a setup. Look, I'm gonna say this the best way that I can. We're going to get into this in more detail on my live, of course, tonight. But as an American, you probably sit at home and say to yourself, well, we have never been to war in this country, okay? That we've not had war, unless you go back, to the Civil War and all of that good stuff. But since then, like, we have not had any war on our soil that we've had to deal with war. Like, we watch other countries, go into war. And America usually has a hand in those wars. But that's another story, right? I would beg to differ. I really would, okay? I think that too often we look for the enemy without, right, outside of us, and we don't look to the enemy within, because we don't think that there is one. And I just think that we need to pay more attention. We need to wake the fuck up, and we need to understand that nothing is what it seems. Okay, now there have been so many of us that have been called conspiracy theorists for so long. I think this is the age of giving some respect to the conspiracy theorists, because for as much as we put out there, I think that like never before, events in the past several years have proven us to not be crazy. I don't walk around with my windows taped up. I don't wear a tinfoil hat. I actually have a lot of goddamn sense, and I wish the rest of y'all would get some sense too, okay? Is this a natural fire or is it not? I think we all know the answer to that. But we're going to look a little deeper into this. So I will see you guys later on. I will be live at 10 o'clock like I normally am. And we're going to have this conversation and play some news clips and just talk about this situation, right? Told y'all 2025 was going to be real interesting. We off to a hell of a start, ain't we? I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, is under intense scrutiny after she was abroad visiting Ghana when the wildfires broke out in the city. She was seen returning to the country at the city's airport, where she refused to comment on the situation.
Fire chiefs say that they're really stretched to the limit and running out of water. What have you got to say to that? Have you no response to that? Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, please? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position?
He told me that there is no water in this system. Absolutely no water in this system. So this is a really big problem for them because, in his words, there's nothing they can do. All they can do is to watch this burn. So they're bringing out some other tenders here, hopefully with some more water to try and hook up some water and put out this fire, at least protect the homes. Right now, this home is probably going to be a complete loss. The neighbors also tell me that the person living inside this home had passed recently, so it was an empty home. But now there is a rush to try and protect other homes in this area because we know how this can spread very quickly. There are a lot of people in this house. Some of them are in the backyard here. The woman who is in the backyard told me that, hey, look, you have no water here in the street. We have water in our backyard. We have a pool. Why don't we use some of that water there? And some of her friends went to the back, and they're literally grabbing buckets and doing a bucket brigade to try and protect this house. So honestly, the water that you're looking at now is some of the first drops of water that they're getting onto this house. But you can see what happens here, and especially we've been talking about those water issues that people in the Palisades had been talking about, that there was no water charging their hoses. It seems to be almost a similar situation here, at least in this neighborhood, where they're not really able to get water inside their hoses so that they can protect some other homes in this neighborhood.